Welcome. Let's talk cases. The way I'm going to present to you, it's going to be funky, but I think it will help it stick better in your head. So I'm going to tell you a story. The story will be in English and the examples will be illustrated in Russian. I want you to relax and enjoy it. And if you want, you can rewatch it to remember it better. Ну что, готовы? This is a story about 6 best friends. They're all very different and all have their unique personalities. The first friend is Noma. Noma drives the men crazy. They all fall for her. They compliment her all the time. Какая ты красивая! Какая красивая сумочка! У тебя такие красивые глаза! You have such beautiful eyes. And she gets these compliments all the time. And she has a thing for foreigners, so they usually come visit her in her city and she takes them around and they ask her, что это за здание? What type of building is this? Это Большой театр. А это что? А это Красная площадь. So she takes them around, she shows them around, and she kind of just names places. She's very into herself. She just loves herself, of course, because she gets so much attention. She's so popular. And that's why it's as though she's the subject of every sentence. Now, our next friend, Женя, is an exact opposite. She's depressed, she's not popular, she's not that beautiful, and she has many, many problems. How are they friends? I don't know. I guess they find some common interests. So Женя is very, very negative. Usually when they go out to places, she focuses on the negative. Like, what do those places not have? She's like, здесь нет парковки. There's no parking here. Здесь нет хорошей еды. There's no good food here. В этом городе нет хороших ресторанов. In this city, there are no good restaurants. So she's always like focusing on what the place or the person doesn't have. Just the other day, she told one of her friends, у тебя нет друзей. You don't have any friends. So she's not very nice. And she's also very jealous of other people. So most of her free time she spends thinking about things that other people have and things that she doesn't have. So for example, the other day, she was just thinking, ой, у нее есть дом, у нее хорошая работа, у нее 2 детей, у нее много денег, а у меня нет работы, у меня нет детей, у меня нет денег. And then she just sits there and she always compares her to other people who are doing better. And like I said before, she's also very cheap. So the little money that she has, she's always counting it. $2, $3, $4, $5, $6. She's like always counting her little money. And I guess she has a thing for numbers. And she's really had bad luck with men. So she dates on and off, but they're usually, like quick, come and go. And so then she feels really disappointed and unappreciated, and she complains that she did everything for the guy and he just didn't care. Я ради него все сделала. Я ушла с работы. Я перестала общаться с друзьями. А что он сделал для меня? Из-за него у меня проблемы. Из-за него у меня нет работы. So, this is Женя. She's our focus. She's the most complicated of all of the friends because she's just so negative and this negativity like dwells in her. And you're gonna study it in depth this month. So if it helps you to remember the qualities of Женя, like her cheapness, that she's always counting her money, numbers, $2, $3. She's always focused on what people have and don't have. She's always focused on the negative, right? What's missing in a place. She's focused on saying things like ради тебя, из-за тебя, до тебя, etc. So like if this helps you to remember, that's actually when the genitive case is used. And because the word genitive, I think it doesn't mean anything to us. It's another thing we need to learn. So if you haven't learned the cases yet, maybe a good way to remember is just remember Женя. Женя, our persona for the month. If you have questions, comment below, ask me in the WhatsApp group, but basically this is your introduction to Женя. She's on the cover of our page, and you will also notice that the color for our month is blue. It is light blue and it matches the case chart. So I'm hoping that this will help this stick better in your brain and connect the two. And if you're kind of the person that really likes colors and it helps you remember better, I would also recommend to get the same colored pen, a light blue pen, and just use it when you do the endings for the nouns, adjectives, and other parts of speech. That will also help you remember better and connect it. If you haven't realized this yet, the case system, it's not only about the nouns, it also is relevant to the adjectives, to the pronouns, and to the numerals. So it is very important, and that's why it requires a lot of practice.